Hey girls, welcome. We May Rise, May New Coach Mentorship. We're so excited you guys are here for this is our third call of this training. And what we wanted to do today, really fast, we're going to keep this to 40 minutes, which is good. We wanted to really just go over with you guys the questions that you had. And then we wanted to give you guys a couple of actionable things that you can put into practice so you could start feeling more confident and comfortable as you're on social media doing this coaching thing. So Terry Danielle is going to be tackling right now Crystal's question, which was all about BOD groups.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Okay, so the first question that we had was regarding BOD groups. So BOD groups is something that is new to Beachbody, which is super exciting because it's an all-inclusive app. So right now you may have some of your challenges that you're getting, and they may be on Facebook, and some of your challenges may be on Instagram. Historically, we have always ran each of our challenge groups in Facebook because that's where everybody is. But as social media changes, we have tried running them in different platforms, but Beachbody is cutting edge and coming up with this new app that we can use for all of our challengers in the future. So it is going to be in your Beachbody On Demand app. You currently should have the Beachbody On Demand app. I do suggest that you check your provider if there has been an app update. I know for iPhones, there was one earlier this week that got rid of some of the kinks for BOD groups. So I do suggest that right now, as this is a new program, you are checking for periodic updates in your phone. Just make sure that everything is up to date. So for right now, we haven't moved over our challenge group. Right now, our challenge group is in Facebook. It is the Rise Up project that we add anybody to when they are a customer of ours. As long as they're a customer of ours, we are admins. We add them to the rolling group, which is the Rise Up project. So in the future, we are as a team going to create a similar Rise Up project in BOD groups. So what that is going to be is it is going to be the same sort of a group on Facebook. It's going to be a rolling group that any customer of ours, any customer of yours, you can add to this group, and we are going to have similar check-ins. What's awesome about it is because it's in your Beachbody On Demand app, it is automatically going to sync if you do one of your workouts. So we as coaches will be able to see that you've done your workout automatically. You don't necessarily have to do a check-in for that. It is going to have the nutrition aspect. It's going to have a lot of good information, but it's still kind of, even though they did release it, it's still in the beta phase. I want to say it's not actually a beta phase, but there are some kinks that we're working on as to why we have been hesitant to move over our group into BOD groups. But we eventually are going to be. And when we do, we welcome you to come over in that large Rise Up group, that all-inclusive rolling group that we have. However, BOD groups, you can also be running program-specific groups. So if you would like to create a separate side group, and maybe we'll do it together based on timing of things, maybe we'll say we have a bunch of challengers starting 21-day fix in the beginning of July together. Let's create a separate 21-day fix BOD group. The people could still be in the Rise Up project, but we would be able to keep a separate group for them just to kind of maybe on their first time, kind of hold their hands with it, have people that are on the same day with them, but keep them in the Rise Up project. So that is our idea of how as a team we're collectively going to do it. Oh, sorry, one other thing. We are also thinking about running a separate group for people who are following the nutrition program, the 2B Mindset, or Ultimate Portion Fix, a separate group for them. But again, always still having that inclusiveness of one large Rise Up project in BOD groups. So there's a lot of training and information. There's a couple videos that we can share with you guys. But this is something new for us as well. So we would like to kind of learn it together. So I'm going to post some links to, I believe there's 1 or 2 videos that were just released during Super Saturday that have really good information on BOD groups. So we're looking to start this up in a team within the next month. We don't have a specific date in it, but we're just waiting till they have all those kinks out, and then we're going to move things over to the BOD groups app. So that way, if somebody doesn't have Facebook, that's fine, they can be in the app. If they don't have Instagram, that's fine, they can be in the app. This is a free download that they would be able to have as soon as they're a customer of Beachbody On Demand. There's also some other useful stuff for it, but I'm not going to get into it. What I highly encourage is to watch the videos, and we will create a separate discussion between us coaches of how we're going to integrate that, when we're going to do a kickoff date and all of that. So we will have more follow-up with you guys, but just wanted to let you know that is the purpose of bod groups. That is where we are going with the company as we have this amazing app that they provided for us. That's on bod groups.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sorry.
Yes, go ahead. No, that's good. I was going to introduce the next question. You're perfect.
Okay, go for it.
So the next question was Julia. She asked about making and starting challenge groups. Like if you have a group coming up in June, how do you say that? How do you word that? How do you present that on social media? And Katie is going to cover that as well.
Yes, I love this question. So the way that we used to run challenge groups is we used to have a group that was June 1st is the 21-day fix group. Everybody who's in there starts 21-day fix together. We do a prep week, and then we all start on the 7th, and everybody in that group did the same thing. And then once that 21 days was done, we closed that group and we created a new group for the next month. And we said, everybody is doing bar blend together, and we're starting on July 1st together. We're going to have a prep week, and then July 7th, everybody does together. So it was these separate groups that we were always inviting people to, which was amazing because we knew specific something that we were inviting to. And we were able to say to people with urgency, I'm setting up my June group. I need to know by May 25th if you're going to be in my June group, so that way you can order your stuff and you're there when we start on June 1st. And that created a sense of urgency for people. They knew they had a deadline. If they wanted to be in that group, they had to let you know by said date. But as I just mentioned, we do now have this rolling group of the Rise Up project. So there really isn't a set start and finish date. We do like to have a group of people starting together because of that inclusive feeling, and you're able to be on the same page with someone, be on the same day as somebody. So although we do have one group, we're not opening and closing separate groups, although there isn't a definite start and finish date. We still like to present it in that way to them, that there's going to be a flood of new people starting in June, although it's only in the Rise Up project, and we're not going to say that on social media, but there's going to be a separate group that's not a separate group. There's going to be a group of people starting together on June 1st. So, or whatever the date is that you pick, and it could be any program. You could say, or we could come up with a plan that says, we're going to start a 21-day fix group starting June 7th together, and pick a date. And that's what we would be inviting people to on social media. Because again, you want them to have a sense of urgency. If you say, I have a rolling group, you can join at any single time. Nobody's going to feel like they have to join today to be a part of this. So we like to use that date of June 1st is when we're going to start. Let me know by this date. And also, we're provided from our upline visuals for the groups. So as you see, as you've been in our Rise Up project for a while, every month we have a new banner, we have a new theme. This one is the berry one because of the mixed berry energize. So we have berries on all of the stuff. And one of the tools that they provide us with those visuals is they also do provide some Instagram, like Instagram stories that you can provide, that you can share. And these stories are talking about, like right now, because we're in May, they're talking about the new June group, and they're creating excitement for you opening your new June group. Again, you're not opening an actual new group. It's going to be part of the Rise Up project, but you're getting that excitement for people to want to sign up within the month of May, towards the end of May, so that way they're established and ready to start on June, whatever date we pick. So with that, you've probably seen it also. There's the spots. So we say on social media, I'm opening my June group and I have room for 4 people that I'm adding, or I have room for 10 people that I'm adding. And you may already have somebody, and you may write their name on the little spot, you know, challenger number 1, Julia, challenger number 2, Georgiana. Now I only have 2 spots left. Again, that builds that urgency for people of saying, oh my goodness, there's only 2 spots left. I want to be a part of this. This is a small inclusive group that I don't want to be left out from. I have to contact this coach. I need to do this with her. So it's not saying that if you filled up spot number 1 and spot number 2 and you got 2 more people, and if a 5th person reaches out, of course you're going to help them. Of course you're going to add them to the group. You're never going to say, nope, I'm sorry, my June group is closed. Not adding you, come back next month. We're never going to do that. We're always will include people, but that sense of urgency, that sense of wanting to be a part of this small group that you're leading. So that's one of the visuals too, that I know sometimes that's confusing for people because they say, but it only says, you know, I'm only inviting 5 people, or I'm inviting however many it says on that little checklist there. So that again is just to create the desire to want to be a part of the group. Let me just see, I just have a couple notes here. I want to see if I'm missing. Oh, so with that challenge group idea, if we do have a few people who are starting together in, for example, in June, if we do find 3, 4, 5 people who say, I want to do 21 Day Fix and I want to start it, we can create a start date for them. And what we've done, and we've actually seen a lot of success, is creating a Facebook Messenger pod, we call it. It's just a group in Facebook Messenger that you have everyone starting on the same days. So example, June 7th, we're going to start a 21 Day Fix group. Just throwing that date out there. And you would have anyone who's starting on that day, they would be in there. They would be starting day 1 with people. And what you could do in that separate group, which we don't do in the Rise Up project. In the Rise Up project, we have just generic check-ins and some general information. In that separate thread, there's an amazing resource that Beachbody has for us, which is your challenge group guides. So if you go to your Coach Online office, you have a challenge group guide that'll provide you daily check-ins for that specific program. So if we start June 1st, 21 Day Fix program, whomever is going to run that group, whether it's with other coaches or yourself, you go to that posting guide and it'll give you exactly, here's a picture to use for day 1 and here's the exact verbiage that you used for day 1. So, and it would be very specific to 21 Day Fix. So you would go in that message pod and you would post that every day as like a little check-in and to provide some information and provide some coaching to your challengers. And it's that easy. It's a simple cut and paste from the guide. Beachbody has a guide for every single program that they've ever put out. Again, this is all in your Coach Online office. I think it's in Manage My Business. I'm not sure. Management Business Resource. Yeah.
Grow My Business.
Grow My Business. Okay.
Yeah.
I always just Google it. I literally don't even go to my Coach Online office. I literally just Google Beachbody Challenge Guide 21 Day Fix, and it'll come right up on your Google. That's always what I've done for them, and it's the quickest. Google, I'm telling you, Google your way through this entire business. So that is the suggestion if we have a bunch of people, and that does really benefit people to have that separate side group kind of a thing. I think that pretty much answers the questions. Did I forget about anything in here? Oh, the free group. We actually started last month. Sorry, I feel like I'm going so long, but I'm almost finished. We started last month running a once a month free group. So last month it was Take Out, Fake Out. This coming month, I forgot the catchy name of it, but it's going to be about running your morning, like taking an hour of your morning in order to really get your shit together and have a productive morning so that way it kicks off your day. So these free group guides, the ones that I've been using, we used last month and we're going to use again this month. It's from an external website that I get them from. And we want to highly encourage for this to be a resource that you provide to everybody. Not even if you think that they're going to be a potential customer, just so that way you can start discussions. You could start getting used to inviting people. So for these groups, it's really easy because you're not inviting them to buy something. This is the way you can get your feet wet in just starting conversations and building conversations with people. So it could be as simple as, my mornings have been crazy. I see that your mornings are crazy with the kids too. I'm running a free group to help me get on track. Do you want me to add you to the group? It may help you too. Simple. You're not asking them to buy anything. It's just saying, do you want me to invite you to them? Or it could be something as simple as, oh my God, I saw you're going back to work next week. I have to go. And this is what mine's going to be. And I'm going to script it out and I'm going to share it within our group. But mine is going to be, I have to be going back to work next week. I have been sleeping in terribly. In order to get myself back on track, I'm creating a group of how I can manage my morning more efficiently so that way I can get back on track. Do you want me to add you to the group? Is this something you would be interested in? Or just something simple like that? Like literally, free. It's not that you're asking them to buy anything. It's just how to start that conversation. So I will post my example thread of what I'm going to share because mine is relative to having to go back to work. I know that Georgiana has a good example in there, and we'd like to really, really encourage you guys to take what we're saying as our script, but not use that exact script. Make it relative to you. Make it relative to, oh my God, the baby's been waking me up so early in the morning and I have been off track and I want to get back on track. You know, you're a mom too. Would this group help? I'm starting a group could this help you? Just take it and make it relative to you, but to have a script that my script that I write out, I'm going to be able to go down my Facebook friends and send it to 100 people. And maybe I'll change their name or say, hi, how are you, so-and-so, or whatever like that. But my script, the base of your script is supposed to be something you can shoot out to a bunch of people. And again, this is just a free resource. We're not asking them to buy a single thing. We are just increasing communication, increasing engagement with these people. And you get a vibe from them in the group. Oh, they're posting, they're commenting on stuff. Oh, they need help with this. Oh, they're talking about, they don't have a workout routine in the morning. Then you could send them a separate message saying, oh, I saw you don't have a routine in the morning, or you want to figure out at-home workouts. I can help you with that. It just increases your engagement and your conversation with people. And if nothing else, it gives you practice with running a group. It gives you practice with posting. I go live in these free groups, and it's been great for me to learn, you know, my vibe of going live and how to talk to people and how to interact. Going live isn't easy the first few times that you do it. You get nervous and you stutter, and you have to remember to read the comments too and say hi to people, and it's a lot, but it's good to get used to and comfortable doing that stuff in a free group because there's no pressure to it whatsoever. So we're going to be running that free group in June. I did have the exact dates. The free group will be starting on June 12th. So we use one group always. So it is the same takeout, fake out group. If you're not in there, I think that everyone is in there. But I suggest that you add yourself to that group. We can make you an admin to the group so that way you can be adding people and inviting people to it. But it'll be starting on June 12th. So we're definitely going to have more information on that in the Shine Sisterhood. So once you guys complete your training, you will be welcomed into our team page. And there we have all information on what we do as coaches or how we proceed with our programs as coaches. So you will be welcomed into that group once you're finished with this training. And that's where we'll share even more information with you guys about the June free group that we're going to be running. I think I now covered everything. And
that was awesome, girl. Great job. You did. You covered everything. And I loved your invite example to the free group. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit, but really that was perfect. And what I love about it is like, you use your language, you use your own life experience to invite, because then it's, like you said, it's natural, it's authentic, it's, you know, and you're going to find other people that are in a similar situation to you that also have that same need that will be covered in the group, which is great. Okay, so I'm going to be covering, no, not Shanna's question, sorry. I am going to cover Shanna's question, but before that, I'm going to cover Christy's question, which she asked, it feels weird messaging people if they haven't asked about it. How do you know how to confront them, or who to confront? So I thought that was a really good question, and it's really interesting because Christy had also mentioned that she was struggling with social media and finding a balance between family and social media. And I think that every single person who has a coach has struggled with that at some point. So you were definitely not alone. I struggle with that too. Hopefully you got a chance to watch the Melanie Mitro video that she did at New Leader Conference that I sent to you in the thread, because that was really, really interesting. And she talks about setting up work hours and non-work hours. And I think that the biggest thing with, I'm jumping to that question a little bit, but I'm going to get back to the original question. The biggest thing with social media and showing up is being intentional. And I think that when you show up intentionally, it becomes easier to know who you are asking. Because a couple of things that I look at when I try to think about, well, who am I going to ask to join the group? That should authentically be happening based on your connections and your interactions with people on social media. Because the only people that you're interacting with on social media is other coaches or your family, or, I mean, which we want to, include your family. Don't disregard them as far as, I don't mean disregard. Don't like flat leave them. Of course, you're going to want to engage with them on social media, but when you're showing up for your business on social media and you're showing up to kind of see like who you should be inviting, it really depends on who you are connecting with. Hold on, so it could be people who are liking your posts. It could be people that are commenting on your posts. It could be people that are watching your stories. You're going to kind of always start with that warm market of people that that already know you and trust you. And the whole thing about coaching and how we show up to social media, it looks kind of different than how, you know, Aunt Sally shows up to social media. We're going to do it a little bit differently. So what we do is we create these collections. They're kind of like folders in Instagram on social media. And when we create these folders, I have like a May Connect one. That can include people that, it's really going to include anybody, my warm market, new people that I'm meeting, anybody on social media that I think I can help them, or I would love to have them in the Rise Up group, or I would love to work with them on our team, or however you would want to like be around them and actually maybe go through our programs with them. You can create a May or a June or whatever collection on social media. We're going to show you guys how to do that in a second. But I think that when you're showing up to social media authentically, and you are sharing your experience, I think that it's naturally going to happen that you're going to know who to ask because you're already going to be having those conversations. And I didn't bring it to the call, it's behind me back there, but I know that we had shown you guys that tracker that we have, and on there it kind of shows you all the different things that you should be doing. Most of those things you're going to be doing naturally as just a regular Beachbody customer, not even a coach, like doing your workout, having your shakes. That's part of the tracker. You're going to do that automatically anyway. But it also has on there where you're going to spend a specific amount of time, and you could determine what that time is for you, connecting with people on social media, following them, you know, engaging in their stories authentically, engaging in their content authentically. So that's kind of where I start when I kind of try to think about who to ask. If they want to join a free group, if they want to join in the next program I'm doing, if they want to join in being on this healthy journey with me, it could just be any one of those things that I'm asking them to join me with. And that's kind of where I look for those people. And what we're going to do on the call, I think maybe now might be a good time, is I'm going to actually show you guys really quick how to create your collection on Instagram, okay? And how to start with the people that you already know. And then we'll talk later about how to grow that. I don't know if we're going to do that on this call, but so what I want you to do, guys, and you're not on the call, so you're watching this after the fact, but that's okay. You're going to open up your Instagram, and you're going to go to your followers. So you're going to go to your page. So this is my page on Instagram. And on the top, it says My Followers. I'm going to go to that. So then all my followers are going to click. And what I usually do is I usually scroll to the bottom. And there's also a way, guys, I don't know if you know this, but you can look at your least interacted with people too. There's a way to do that. And I start with them, and then what I do is I go through, and all I'm doing is I'm looking at the name and the profile picture, and I'm saying to myself, is that somebody that I think I can help? Is that somebody that I think could really benefit from our community? Is that somebody that really might enjoy doing a program with me? Is that somebody that I would love to work with? Is that my best friend that's already into health and fitness and that would love to be on our team? Anything like that, and don't try to prejudge, because we all do it. We all start to look at that person and we say, oh no, well they're already into this, so I'm not going to ask them. Or, oh no, they wouldn't want to do this. You don't know. You don't know if they would or they wouldn't. This is not about whether they would or wouldn't. Don't make the decision for them before you even ask them. this is just about who would you like to work with, or who do you think you can help? And once you find a person, all right, so I have a person who, okay, this chick was actually, for me, she was actually a student of mine who was like a model. How do I know? Maybe she's going to be looking for a, a program to do, while she's in quarantine. So I'm going to take one of her pictures. So I just clicked on one of her pictures. And then when I do that, I'm going to click on that flag, okay? Oops. I'm going to click on the flag, and I'm going to hold my finger down on it. And then it's going to allow me to save it to a collection. And these are basically just folders. It's a way for you to organize, okay? So when you go to your folder, you're going to, if you don't have one created, there's a little plus sign. If, like, you don't have any folders yet, you're going to create a folder, hit the plus sign, and you're going to create June Connects. And I'm going to put her, so I just clicked May Connects. Did that come out clear? I just want to make sure I'm clear in the instructions. You're going to label it June Connects, and then you're going to put, see how it's darker? I put her picture in my May Connects folder. Now my folders, I just change the title to them each month. So once June 1st comes, what I do is I go through that folder. So I'm going to open up that folder for you. And this is how you're going to find your folder. You're going to go to your profile. You're going to go to the lines on the top right. And you're going to go to saved. And when you go to saved, all your different folders are going to pop up. We're going to teach you guys how to make different types of folders. For now, we're just doing this one folder, that's it. Okay? So when I go to my May Connects folder, at the end of the month or the beginning of the month, what I do is I click on that top picture. And what I do for, I don't know, 10 minutes, it doesn't take that long, I just put it in scroll mode like this. And I scroll through all these different people. And as I'm scrolling through, I look, is that really somebody? Now, I've had a month to kind of like engage with them, comment on their content, comment on their stories. Maybe they're not my people. Maybe they're never on social media and I don't think this is for them. Maybe whatever. I just take them out of that collection and I just kind of like weed out my people for like 10 minutes at the beginning of each month. And then I relabel it June or whatever the new month is. So that's kind of how I do that. And where I think that you guys can start doing this is really with your current followers. Just go through your people and look for friends, cousins, anybody. And really what this folder is going to become is your hot list. This is your customer hot list. These are the people that you want to be engaging with. And if you've been engaging with somebody over 2 weeks about their kids and their life and their whatever, it's not going to feel weird to confront them. You're not going to have that weird feeling. And it's very, very, very important that we try to shift that mindset. When you look at this as being, I don't want to be weird, then you're going to come off to that person as weird because that's how you're looking at it. But when you come from a place of, I want to help them, I want to work with them, I want to help them change their lives, then they're going to receive you that exact same way. And if you've developed your relationship with them over weeks and months of engaging with their content, it's not going to be weird. You are going to have a genuine place of caring to come from with them because that's really what we do as coaches is we care about other people and we want them to help them reach their goals. So I hope that answered that question. I just want to double check, Carrie Danielle, on how much time we have and where we're at.
To be honest, I'm not sure. I don't know when we started.
Me neither.
It's not the 10-minute mark yet on the recording, so I don't know. I don't remember when we started recording because it wasn't at 11. I think.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure I don't go full. I want to make this super.
Go. I'll tell you if it gets to the 10-minute mark.
All right.
I don't know if it will because it's just us two.
Yeah. Well, and also, Carrie Danielle, do you think I left anything out with that? Like, I want to make sure. Was it clear? It's good. Okay. All right. So the next question was from Shanna, and I love this question, and it kind of actually is similar to Christy's question, but there's a couple of different answers I have for this. Okay, so Shanna asked, how often do you check back in? And she specifically used the word poke. How do you poke people without annoying them? So I just want to start off with this, guys. We all think that way when we start off, okay? We think the way that, oh, I'm bothering people. Oh, I'm going to be annoying them. Oh, I don't want to bug people. We've all thought that way. And I think that that's, again, I'm repeating myself, but it's really important that you guys understand that that is where you have to shift that mindset. This is not that you're bothering them. You care about them and you want to help them. If you shift that, you're going to be seen as coming from that place. If you look at this like, oh, I'm poking her, I'm annoying her, I'm bugging her, then they're going to be like, oh, she's annoying me, she's poking me, she's bugging me, because that's how you're going into the situation. So I wanted to share this with you guys. Guys, most of you got the compound effect for your first book, right? And I think all of us agree it is so amazing. It is such an amazing book, especially for people who want to build a business, who want to change their habits, who want to get better at whatever it is in life. Compound Effect is where it's at. It's just amazing. But I really highly suggest that when you are done with that book, you read this book. This changed my whole mentality. It's called The Go-Giver. It's by two people, actually, Bob Berg and John David Mann. Guys, I thought the exact same way that Shanna is right now, Christy is, and I'm pretty sure probably all of you guys are feeling like that's how you're feeling when you're showing up and you're inviting people and you're asking them, you're like, oh, I don't want to bug them. Oh, they have to spend money. Oh, I don't know. Oh, and you get that icky feeling. If you read this book, that's going to change your mentality completely. I promise you, after I read this book, it was like I had this aha moment. The light bulb went off. We had a gift to give to people. And when we do not ask them if they want to do this, we are taking a gift away from them. And if you start approaching it that way, you won't feel icky, you won't feel weird, you won't feel like you're annoying and bothering people, because you're going to say, I have this gift to give, and it would be selfish of me not to give it. Like, think about what you've gotten from these programs, what you've gotten from Shakeology, what you've gotten from our community. You don't want to take that away from somebody else, right? So that's kind of, so definitely read that book as your next book. It's going to help. Am I getting robotic? Because I saw a little thing come up a little bit. All right. So
Yeah, mute, G.
I know I'm on mute because I didn't know if I was robot-y. Am I robot-y? I wish I could tell you what I want to tell you. This really stinks. Tell me if it gets better. Maybe, you know what? I'll turn it, hold on. Okay. I turned my Wi-Fi off on my phone. Maybe that'll help. Tell me if it gets better. I'm really nervous.
It is a little bit better. I think maybe just try to speak slow, so that way if it robots, we can still get what you're saying.
All right. I'll try. Okay. So so the question, I just want to make sure that I answer Shanna's question. Trying to speak slow. It's hard when you're passionate about something to speak slow. Shanna asked, how often do you reach back out after somebody has maybe had interest? It really depends on the situation. If I send a share a cart link to somebody, I have no problem reaching out daily or every other day. And what I usually will do is put it kind of on me. I use my own personality as like a way to like let them off the hook. Like, I don't want them to feel pressured. I just want to say something like, hey, I don't know if you're a squirrel like I am, and they are in a million different directions, but I just don't want you to think that I forgot about you. Did you have a chance to look over that link? You know, did you have any questions for me? If you come from a place of caring and wanting to help them, then they're going to perceive it that way, and they're not going to look at it like you're annoying them. if I invite someone to, let's say, a monthly group, and maybe they've expressed interest or they haven't, and let's say they haven't, then I will usually wait till the following month to reach back out to them and just say, hey, so sorry you missed our June group. Just wanted to let you know we have another one coming up. If you'd like, I'd be happy to share that info. Are you open to checking out the details or something like that? And hopefully that I didn't speak too fast on that. And I think that pretty much answers Shanna's questions. So I think that's it. I mean, unless you think I missed anything, I think, getting back to having intentional time on Facebook, what I would love you guys to do is create that connects folder in Instagram. Start with the people you already know, and then all you want to do is every day for about, 10 minutes, go to that folder, scroll through there. If anybody has a story, watch it, engage with them. If they have a post, comment on it. But be authentic. Don't just do it to do it. Do it because you're watching and that just made you laugh your ass off and you're laughing at them authentically. Like they're just a human, that you're just engaging with humans. That's all. I mean, don't make too much of it. As we say, keep it simple, sister. Keep it simple. Just all you're doing is connecting with people. And then the invite will naturally happen because you're connecting with them. Hopefully that all makes sense. I think that we covered everything, girl. What do you think? Did I miss anything?
Yes. No, I think everything was really good. There was just one thing. I don't know if you want to go over it in here very quickly about Tuesday. Do you want to go over Tuesday?
Well, I would you mind, only because I'm only a robot.
That's fine. I just know you were so excited about it, so I didn't want to steal your thunder. Okay. We will post about this in the group also, but we have an amazing opportunity of something coming up on Tuesday. So as I mentioned earlier, once you finish this training, we are going to welcome you into the Shine Sisterhood, which is our team page. We're also going to welcome you into larger team pages of like our mama team, our grandmama team, and all this amazing resources that we have, because we are actually part of one of the biggest teams in Beachbody. Our upline all the way up, she is like one of the originators of Beachbody coaching, and she's phenomenal in the Bombshell Dynasty. However, we'll get to that when we get there. But we have something coming up on Tuesday, and we didn't want to not include you guys because this is going to be amazing. So we are actually part of a team called the Flawless Empire. And on the Flawless Empire, we have amazing women who are expanding and growing their team. And we like to collaborate with them, because although Georgiana is our team leader in the Shine Sisterhood, and although we have other coaches in the Shine Sisterhood, there's all of these other coaches who have wealth of knowledge and information. So we really do like to collaborate and get different perspectives to do things. There's no one correct way to run this business. So every Tuesday, we have a Shine Sisterhood team call. Generally, it is just our team. We talk to each other about things that are going on. Like I said, like the free groups, the coach mentorship. Georgiana comes back with amazing information from her diamond calls that she's on. So it's really good for our small team. But this Tuesday, we have something exciting. This Tuesday, we are actually going to have a guest speaker. She is in the Flawless Empire. She is crushing her business, and she's going to be our guest speaker. We're also going to collaborate. There's going to be another team who's going to be on the call with us. So there'll be some other faces on there. So there'll be some good questions and be able to become familiar still in a small setting of some of the other women in our team and men in our team. But we really wanted to open this opportunity and invite you guys to join us on the call on Tuesday. So our guest speaker is going to be a girl. I shouldn't call her a girl. She's younger than me, so I call her a girl. But even though she's younger than me, she's crushing it. Her name is Jen Chalker. I met her at Summit a few years ago. She is phenomenal, and she is crushing her business. So she is going to be guest speaking on our call on Tuesday. So we are inviting you to join our call. It's 7:30 is normally the time. Is that what time you agreed with, Jen, for this week also? Okay. So 7:30 this Tuesday, we are inviting you a little preemptively, because you're not technically finished with your training, but we couldn't not share this opportunity with you guys. So we will post more about that in the group, but Tuesday at 7:30, we would love if you jump on a Zoom call and meet Jen and get some of the amazing information that she has about her onboarding system and her coach training. So kind of like what we're doing now, she's going to give us some information on how she runs hers, so we can kind of compare and all of that. But like I said, she's killing it in the business. She's amazing. So I hope that you guys can join us on Tuesday at 7:30. I hope I didn't miss anything from that.
That was perfect. Thank you. That was awesome, guys. We're sorry that you couldn't make this week's call, but we totally understand. It's Memorial Day weekend. You guys have your lives. We get it. But we hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions about anything that you heard today, or you didn't understand how to do something, I encourage you to reach out in the thread, of course, and we'll have one more call, our finale, I guess you could call it, right? Next Friday at 8 o'clock will be our last call for this mentorship. We look forward, we hope that you guys all can make that one, because it will be our final one. And then we will, we'll take it from there. All right, guys, thanks so much.
Thank you all.
Have
a good day. Bye.